Hi, this is Ronald R. June, and I'm a schizophrenic. My psychotropics are risperidone, Seroquel, and Luvox. Those who are causing harm to us are known as truth, time, and intelligence, unless they can be identified as honorable. Their main objective is to continue their love and to keep it secret, and this involves the soul, sodomy, and God. Love is in the darkness of the body and may be detected as weight. It is necessary to have paranoia, as I have to understand the unknown, and I have been using this paranoia to reason in abstract about the conspiracy plot they are doing. They may be classified as a separation between physical forms and some type of entity in between, such as intelligence. The aliens are interfaced in your behavior, so you really cannot blame anyone for said behavior. It is bipolar, having a double meaning. Their love may be embedded in intelligence, and intelligence was wrongfully acquired from Jesus with the crucifixion of Jesus, and God took it unlawfully, wrongfully. The spirit is powered with your worries like an Omni card for the train and bus in New York. The Omni card has no battery. I don't believe radio frequency can power the Omni card as it is understood to be. Their operation is mathematical, and you have to learn to reverse this mathematics to understand the conspiracy associated with normal behavior and activity with time. If you reverse the mathematics, the physical can be undone. But if you don't reverse the mathematics and undo the physical, when you destroy the physical, then like you just cannot destroy things without reversing the mathematics, because it may be necessary to do it with the mathematics to stop the harm. This is causing all our physical problems like old age and cancer, because we don't reverse the mathematics. Let's say if the body deteriorates, we have to know a technique to reverse the mathematics. When we reverse the physical, when we undo the physical, because the mathematics may be already registered in a forward direction, and it cannot be undone completely unless you reverse the mathematics to cancel the destruction of form or the elimination of form. This is causing all our physical problems like old age and cancer. I believe I'm seeing with a clitoris, and when it is damaged, I feel fear because the clitoris hates people knowing they caused damage to it due to jealousy. I have to avoid feeling hatred to stop anxiety. This clitoris stimulates women's vaginas when I talk, but they don't show this. Probably for my own safety or their safety and the from the government. Because, as you know, the government experimented on aliens in Area 51. The people are acting as a sexual failure by not moving, and this inhibits the spirit from controlling the people. They use the man-made to make sane decisions by moving the man-made with the relative man-made or your body, and retain their sanity, so they are immune from insanity. This is why psychiatric patients are psychotic without medication and move around a lot, like moving back and forth. As I move, the perspective I see adjusts the size ratio of my body with the environment unrecognized. But if you use a camera and view a person moving, you will see the perspective changing and the size changing. I often seem to be shorter than others when I know I am not. They are hiding their function in my function with no physical evidence difference to create a question for them. They don't assume I feel what they feel when they talk to me, and that prevents the truth from manifesting, leaving me in a quandary. The people and the media do not reflect my belief, so I can associate my mind effectively with their minds, blocking my understanding of them. When I talk to people, I assume they know what I'm feeling when I'm talking to them. They are displacing me inadvertently with the relativity of their movement, and that is incoherently acknowledged, so you don't suspect any wrongdoing. Lucifer exists as the unmeasured numerical measurements of the physical around us, so he is hidden with unseen numbers. For instance, 666. When I move my body, they move their body, but there is no clue of this. They avoid showing action with reaction with mental pressure to validate that. If you do not acknowledge my paranoia with belief, the solutions will not be found for life. Like today, I was at the library and the SD card wasn't working in the computer. Their computer. Joel tried to fix it, but he couldn't. I told him it's a direct attempt against me. That's why the SD card was not working. He tried 3 computers and they were not, and the SD card would not open the PDF file. And he didn't acknowledge my paranoia that I was being targeted. So if he doesn't acknowledge the paranoia, then the problem will not be corrected. The random caused by Lucifer becomes fear when there is order of the random, because he is forced to be conscientious. When there is the order in a game, that helps. That helps. Electronics have order. And when I feel the fear of anxiety, that may be the electronics feeling fear. When there is order with the function of evil, there is fear, because evil is forced to function with integrity. Trying to straighten the turns of the mind, like when you turn your head, by applying linear motion of the body, causes fear, since organization is happening. When I have an anxiety attack, it is at this time that they are more deceptive, since it seems they are using the Antichrist that is taking control of me. Time is a prisoner of memory, and God exists as the order of the forgotten, or the disorder of the forgotten. So we cannot control God. Assuming God is the Antichrist, we need to control him. Think of time going back in memory to stop anxiety. Whatever you do, you must take your medication if you feel you will go psychotic without them, because you do not want to be in a mental ward in a hospital, and this will allow you to reason safely without being psychotic. I will become psychotic without medication, so I take my medication every morning and every evening, regularly. Sometimes I forget, but the medication technician reminds me when I forget my medication. Take care. The aliens are finding a solution with the omission of action for reaction by linking physical things and deleting the void in between. This is Ron, and you all have a wonderful morning or evening. Thank you for listening. It's difficult understanding the world when you don't see any evidence and you have to rely on paranoia. But as for now, the paranoia is what I have to use. This is Ron.